And
And
we're
we're
live.
live. We're
Yeah.
we're currently live to 0 people.
Zero.
I'm doing
Wow,
this
that's
because,
great.
like you mentioned last week, Nacho, it's a really good idea to have some visual element up top to make people
Zero.
want to get in. We have 0 people. We have two
Zero. We
people.
have zero people too.
We have 2 people. We are
Those-
not crooks. We're not crooks.
We and now we can like it's not like we're wasting jokes, Like
No,
when
I
we
think
had zero.
you need to burn some time at the top to let people get in and just
Right, right,
go
right,
back.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to like just say people like, hey, here we are. Like we're just talking. This is a call. This is a
Look,
calling
this
show.
is a show. Okay.
Hello, I'm hearing your little screen. This is a little
Yeah.
show. This is a calling show.
You know, just we are here for you, and if you want to click on us and listen to us in your timeline, this visual of us with our hands in the air is hopefully helping you.
Yeah, and also, let me tell you something. It's not only you don't have to only listen. You can actually talk. You can actually call in because
Yeah,
this is a call-in show.
it's a call-in show, so there should be a comment where whether you're watching this on the Comedy Cafe Berlin Twitch stream or the YouTube stream or on Facebook, you can click on that link which says streamyard.com and then a series of numbers underneath and letters next to it, next to it. And you can join our backstage area and we can let you in as a caller and you can write your name however you want and we'll identify you as such. And we'll just chat about a given thing or anything really, but maybe a specific topic. Nacho, if you want to
Yeah.
introduce our topic.
So we always, it's sometimes it's good to have something to talk about. Like it's not just a random phone call. So it's good to have like a conversation starter. So we came up with this conversation starter for today. The topic is, so if you have an object, where would you want to be stranded with it?
Right. Did I get that correct? First of all, Nacho, this was
Yeah,
your topic idea.
yeah, this was my topic. So it's a bit of a play on, like you're stranded on a deserted island. What object would you take with you? Okay. So this one is reversed. You have a specific object. What is the place in the universe that you would love to be stranded in?
So I really like this question, but I think we need to maybe understand it one quick. So are we given an object that we just have to deal with and find a place that we want to go with? Or if I were to say, like, I have this one very special thing in my life that I would want to have, this is the thing I would want to have at the end of the world, where would I want to have that in?
I think it goes both ways. It could also be like a third option, could be like the perfect combination of object and stranded location.
Yeah, just
right?
for the sake of creating the most perfect
the most perfect
object to
scenario for
stranded
survival.
combination. So so there's 3 types of personalities that will emerge tonight, I think, actually, is what we're getting at. There's the personality who, given a random object, will come up with the exact right location for that object to be used over the course of the rest of that person's life,
Right.
in hopefully sustainable and helpful ways. There will be people who say, I can't live without this one object, and I will go to the only place on earth in which I will be able to survive alone with this one object.
Yeah.
And then
I would
last, we
take
have
this
people who
concrete.
will just try to solve this like a math problem.
Yeah. What is the best combination for a given object? What is the best placement? And for a given placement, what is the best object? Like it's it's a combination. So maybe I could start
Very
with
complex question in the end.
Yeah, maybe I could start with what I thought.
Yeah.
Like for me, so
Sure.
I thought like, and I was thinking like math wise, like best combination wise. Like I would love to be stranded on a river in Norway with a salmon fly fishing rod and lures. I'll be happy like having no way to nothing
Wait.
else.
Say
Just
this
a fly
again. Say
rod.
this again.
So I would be stranded on a river in Norway with a salmon fly fishing rod and lures and flies.
Okay, that's pretty good. This feels a little bit like, instead of picking the object, you picked an entire image as like, this is where you want to be stranded. I feel like maybe you didn't go
because,
completely with
because
the.
no, because I think like I wouldn't not only survive there, I would thrive because
Fair
like
enough.
the fly fishing rod is meant for catching salmon, and if you
Fair
go to
enough.
Norway, it's full of salmon, so it's like A plus B equals like fucking great time being stranded. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Fair enough.
Give
I
me
see what you
one for
mean.
you. Do you have one?
So I think for me, this was a tough question, and honestly, I didn't give it the amount of thought I should have given it, I think. But the answer that I thought was a fun one is that I would want to, if the only object I could have in the world was a library card, I would want to get stuck in a library. I think that's a pretty good answer. I
Yeah,
don't want
it's
to change
also
the rules all of a sudden. I can't just take books. That's stealing.
but you're stranded. You could use without the library card, you know?
But see, this is where I have a problem. I'm stranded in the library. The library itself is not necessarily like in a dystopia situation. I am just unable to leave the library, I think, is what I interpreted the
Right,
question.
right. But like so you would say like you're so anal that you would like check books while you read
I
them?
don't want to break the rules. I don't know what punishment comes, like what
The
further
rule-
level of stranded I will become if I am punished for stealing books.
okay, this is very different. Okay, at the top of
We have very
the
different answers.
yeah, at the top of the show, very different because like the fly fishing rod is a requirement to be able to grab all the salmon. So it's very similar scenario. You're
Yeah,
stranded in a place full of books. I'm
yeah.
stranded in a place
In a
full
place
of
full of
salmon.
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, but the difference is that you don't need the library card. And I definitely need the fly fishing rod. You know?
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I'll have to think of a better answer, I think, to that
But
because maybe I didn't.
but I think it's also cool because we can do like what you mentioned, like we can also give each other an object and
Yeah.
think where would we want to be stranded.
So maybe as an example, before we take any
Yeah.
opinions from other people, where would you, Nacho, want to be
Yeah.
stranded if all you had was, I'm just trying to look what I have around me, like a coffee table book, one large coffee table book.
Okay, I know. I would love to be stranded in a maze that is all made out of like hallways and doors, and the doors are 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 never closed. They're always like creaking and moving, like slightly. So that is the perfect place to have a coffee table book because like it's the perfect doorstop. Uh,
Oh, you would use it as a doorstop.
yeah,
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. I'll take
yeah,
that.
cool. Well, so Trevor, if you let's say, what is the place you would love to be stranded if you had uh, a staple gun?
Where would I want to be stranded if I had a staple gun? I feel okay. I'm going to go in the more extreme direction because so far we've depicted like fairly real world scenarios in which we're stranded and having to survive. I would want to be stranded with a staple gun if I was hanging from a palm tree. I just had like I was hanging by one hand from like uh, the stringy stuff that hangs like a leaf off a palm tree, and it was sort of slowly pulling out of the tree, and I was going to fall. And so if I had the staple gun, I'd be able to like continually staple myself back to the leaf, back to the tree for survival purposes ad infinitum, I guess.
Okay, so if I had a staple gun, I would love to be stranded, like actually be kidnapped in a basement by an evil genius that is like not a superhero but like a villain, and he's
Yeah, an evil genius that's not a superhero, that's like a villain. We got
that's
it.
that's a villain, an evil villain.
You should put a breaking news at the bottom of it.
Yeah. So
New
a villain.
villain discovered that's not a superhero.
Yeah. Okay. And this villain is called Paperman, and he's made out of paper.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
I think that.
that's a good example of how far fetched we can make
Yeah.
these answers. I think.
So I think like you, if you're there, if I'm in your stream, so we're taking callers to ask this question. If you have an object, where would you want to be stranded with it?
Yeah, and so you
So
can contribute by calling in if you want, but you can also, from the safety of your computer, contribute comments like Band, for example, contributing wonderful firebomb explosions to indicate how excited he is to be watching the show. Please, it's a really
yeah,
nice thing to
Bernd,
do.
why don't you give us a call? Give us a call. Tell us what your
Yeah.
object is and where would you want to be stranded with it.
And so I guess, do we want to go to the call? I do want to say one thing before we go to a call. Nacho. I've made it inspired by our last call drink at the end of the day. I prepared myself a cocktail this time around, which is something I don't usually do at home, but I think you would enjoy hearing about it because it's with the rum that Carl had gifted you for your birthday in
nice.
2019.
Nice. Beautiful. Can you, it's a
and
ron zacapa.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think so.
No.
No,
And
what
there's
is
a
it?
Jamaican rum, Hampton.
Ooh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
and so I made it with honey and lime and soda.
So Bernd says that the link doesn't work. Is that right? No, I don't think that's right.
Well, it works because we have had someone join in and they're waiting in the queue. So Bernd, it's really embarrassing that that you just did that because you also spelled the work wrong. So maybe you typed the link in wrong, Bernd. I don't know what to tell you.
Bernd. I'm gonna send it again.
But yeah, once you put it back up, maybe we can.
Here we go. So yeah, we're taking callers.
Yeah, so why don't we go to our first call here? This person called last week and was a very, very exciting contributor to the theme that was established in that episode or in that show. And so I'm very excited to hear what this person will have to say about tonight's topic. Please welcome Dries. Hi, Dries.
Hey guys, third time listener, third time caller.
Thank you.
I don't have much about the topic tonight, but I would like to maybe it's a bit early in the year, but I would like to do my double XL call time poetry submission of the year.
You would like to do your double XL call time poetry submission of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I still have a year to go to submit this poem to be listed in the competition.
You do. Thank you for sticking to the deadlines that we set because we just launched the website for this call time poetry of the year award website. We just launched it, and you obviously saw the deadline is not until next year. So I'm glad you're at least within the right time frame, Dries. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no worries. It was something I had on my.
Dries, I don't know. I feel like I'm always the person calling you out, but like, there isn't a poetry competition for call time.
I know. Just before I got on, I was talking to your producer, and she was okay with it. And then I did the poem for her, and she was like, "Oh yeah, this sounds great. You should definitely."
Okay, just to clarify to everyone listening, we don't have a producer. She doesn't exist. And Dries is some kind of like deranged madman that keeps calling into our shows and coming up with things that we actually did not do.
So Dries, I do want to get your answer on the actual topic tonight, but I feel like I have to hear what your poem submission is for this competition that we're running.
Thank you. Do I get the jingle?
Do you get does one normally get a jingle for a poem?
What kind of poem is this?
Oh no, okay, then no jingle. Shall I just do it?
Yeah, please. Okay. Spoken word.
Poem is called Love Bug Humbug.
Love Bug Humbug.
Yeah. I got handed lemons, so I made lemonade. Then I gave you that lemonade, but you said they were still lemons. Ouch. We fell in the milk, so I started spinning around. And then I made you cream, but you said you were actually thirsty. Ow. I was given a bad hand, so I said I'll fold. Then you said I never take risks. So when I played that hand, I lost all my money. Ah, I see the forest for the trees. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. But you're not made of wood, you are a rock. Oof, you are my rock, and I'm crazy about you. Loving you is easy because you're beautiful. Minnie Riperton. Mwah. That was it.
Wow. 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 Okay.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Dries.
Uh,
That was really a special gift that you gave us, I think, with this poem.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit early in the competition, but I'm happy to submit it already now. So
Well, here's what I would say to you. It is really early in the competition. Like I said, we just announced the competition just today, actually, and the
Actually,
website just went
you
online.
you announced the competition
Yeah.
just now when you came into our show.
So I would say that you don't need to rush this poem into the competition if you're not really 100, like in 10% confident in it. I think maybe, take your time, sit with it, and see how you feel.
I think it's the words speak for themselves, and I think it will not get better than this, and I think we should all be humbled by what just happened.
Yeah. Well, if what you say is true and it will not get better than this, then I agree with you about
Thank you.
submitting this now and not
Thank you.
wasting another moment working on it.
Thank you.
But I appreciate that.
I just have to like here be like come on like we don't want to be in the next year flooded with poems, Dries. I don't know if this show lasts a year, Dries.
Mhm.
We promise that like in the last week of January we will have a poetry contest, and like we will take your submission. This one, if you feel like it's ready, or if you want to take your time for the rest of the year, come up with a new one. We'll take that. If this show lasts a year, but like
Yeah.
we cannot promise you that like that will happen. So it's. I think the competition in itself is like not certain yet.
I really appreciate how you guys, like see so much potential in me, and how you think that there's so much more genius that will come out. But trust me, this came from the heart. I didn't think twice about it, and then when I read it to myself, and now I read it to you, I am sure. I
Well,
am sure.
Dries, something you said really rung true to me, which is that you didn't think twice about it, and I think that's really the moral of the story in some ways. I think.
Thank you.
Dries, would you care to comment on the actual topic of our show tonight?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Now that yeah, of course. Do you want to give me an object? I didn't prepare
Yeah.
for
Okay.
this.
You
So
don't have anything in
I
mind.
don't have
We can give
anything.
you an
No,
object.
no.
Okay. Nacho, anything come to mind for Dries?
Yeah, we can give him an object. We can give him a silicone gun.
A silicone gun. Ah, that's something that I had in my hands today, actually. Um, I think.
And where were you? That would be an easy answer. I guess.
It was an ideal. I would say the ideal room. It was a bathroom. But where I would like to be with a silicone gun is walk out of a plastic surgeon's office, walk out towards a hallway where people are waiting, and just sob. So everybody pretend something went wrong. It's like it didn't work. That's probably
Okay,
where.
Dries.
Yeah, I would take a silicone gun there, and yeah.
Wait, so
Dries, you want to be stranded in this moment, essentially. You're like a Groundhog's Day kind of scenario where you're
Okay.
always exiting this what was it, a doctor's office? Was it?
A
yeah,
plastic surgeon office.
Plastic surgeon.
I always have like the silicone guns. Like it didn't work, guys. Sorry.
That's a horrifying nightmare. it
yeah,
sounds like.
and also Dries, like you want to be stranded not in a survival kind of situation, but like you want to use this opportunity to make a joke. you want to be, you want to be stranded in a joke permanently.
Trevor, Grace,
Forever.
actually, can you jot that this is a great movie idea? Just someone who thinks that'd be fun, like a bit to get stranded in a moment forever, that like as a joke, and it never
Ah,
ends for them.
now I understand. What's the best place where I would be? Sorry, I was confused then. So what's the best place where I would be with a silicone gun?
Yeah, that was
Ah,
maybe
okay.
the more realistic question.
Stranded.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I guess like a submarine sailor who has no technical knowledge, and then something starts going wrong, and there I am.
And it's a
Silicone.
leak that can only be plugged by something sort of like, silicone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's what I would do then.
Okay,
Right.
well, Jason, that's a pretty good answer for that one. I think you would depend on that for your survival, so I think that's good.
Okay.
And I really hope that no one ever ends up in this recurring moment over and over again, like we laid out. So thank you, Dries. Thank you for calling
Yeah,
once
no
again.
Yeah.
problem.
Thanks. And again, like in 1 year, we hope to measure your submission against others
Oh yeah. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
for the poetry
thank you.
competition.
Very
All right.
beautiful. Very beautiful.
Very,
Thank you,
I
Dries.
will send it personally to you. Okay, thank you.
Please,
Goodbye.
please do. Yeah, thank you. Okay,
That
was
was
tricky.
that was Reese.
Yeah, I wish he didn't publicly air his submission for the poetry contest, because I think it makes it harder for us to judge it. We have to recuse ourselves now. I think
Right.
we can't just give him the award, even though he'll be a contender for it. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess now we have to do a poetry competition in a
I
year.
guess so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's maybe we have another caller in here. Should we
Yeah.
go right to that? So please
Absolutely.
welcome, this person is who I think they are, this is going to be a very exciting
Let's
call.
remind the people that like this is a call-in show. You can just call in. There's a link in either of the chats where you can just call
Let's
in.
also remind people, because we didn't do this until the end of the show. Now I think it's a good time. You can donate to Comedy Cafe Berlin to help support the business while it's closed during the lockdown here in Berlin, which is where I am. We didn't mention, Nacho, that you are not in Berlin. You're in Cambridge, Massachusetts. But
That's
anyway,
right.
that's relevant to the fact that you can support the theater by donating, or you can buy merch. There's some cool merch you can buy: hats, sweatshirts, baby onesies, etc.
Again, this is a call-in show. If I'm here in your stream, like appearing, like this is a call-in show, you can just call in. We have a topic, which is if you have one object, where would you want to be stranded with it? So it's a bit of a play, and yeah, just call us. You can grab the link in the chat and just come in. You'll be in the lobby. You can turn off your camera, and we'll talk to you and stream you. So
And
let's
so,
with that.
you please go. You were on
Let's
a
go
roll.
to no, please. Let's go
Yeah,
to
well,
our next caller.
Dan. Dan,
Dan.
hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. How
Hey,
are
Dan.
you? Dan, this is you are comedian Daniel Stern, a local legend, Berlin comedian Daniel Stern.
That's right.
Dan, are you there?
How's it going, Dan? Did you lose Dan? Did we lose Dan?
Daniel Stern, are you with us?
So we lost Dan. We immediately dropped from 9 viewers to 5.
Yeah, which probably means that Dan was watching on 4 different devices.
In how
and his
many
internet
devices
went
am I
out.
watching, Dan? And like, yeah.
So Dan is unfortunately not on the line now. I don't know what I'm going to remove you from the call, Dan. If you want to join back in, exit and then re-enter the room.
Or send us a private chat. You can send us a private chat.
Exactly.
Or
And the show must go on, though. So should we bring on our invited special guest for now, and we'll have
we
Dan
can
back later.
Yes, absolutely.
So joining us tonight is our special video guest. Is a good friend of ours, a very good friend of mine from a long time. Someone who it doesn't relate to the theme in any way necessarily, but we figured I think would maybe be a great person to hang out with and kill some time with. Anything you want to add, Nacho, before I?
No. I think like you described him. He's also a great friend of mine, and we're very happy to have him in the show.
So please welcome the great Spencini from New York. Thank you, Spencini.
Hey,
I'm very glad to be here. I'm sorry that Dan cut out because I was very excited to hear what he had to say.
Well, he joined us back in, so he'll be on, I guess, after we talk to you for a little bit, or maybe we can bring him in while you're still here.
I'm in a unique place because I know a location I would want to be, but I cannot think of an object in which.
Okay. Well, maybe we can work backwards, I guess, on this one.
I think
Okay.
I'd want to be in the Old West, you know? Like I'd want to be in the past 200 years or so. That's where I want to be stuck, but I don't know what I need. I don't know if I need anything.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is a gun.
Yeah.
A gun.
I want to have a gun.
I'm basing this off of nothing. I don't have no knowledge of what the Wild West was like, but I have a feeling you might want a gun.
I guess you might
That's a
want to
good
have
idea.
like something to collect gold. I don't know,
A pan? A pan.
like
Pan,
a pen
yeah.
and one of those things that like.
You know what? I think I would want like antibiotics. I think that's what I would want. I just realized.
I think that would also be a pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah, pretty useful.
Yeah, or like a horse.
Horse
Yeah.
might come in
Well, a
handy.
horse is not an object. I don't think that's
You
fair.
could technically have a car.
Yeah, but I'd be
Fair
immediately
enough.
murdered. They
We
would
did
kill
not
me.
necessarily limit the constraints of this to things that were existing in the time period that apparently Spencer has jumped back to. We didn't also say that you could jump to a time period.
Yeah, you're our first time jumper, Spencer. So,
Yeah.
thank you.
But very quickly, we've realized with only 2 people we've talked to about this that we've jumped back in time, and we've also jumped into impossible nightmare loop scenarios.
Paradoxical
So,
loops. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but
Simple
let's give Spencini an object as well to see
Yes,
what
please.
he would do.
So Spencer, I have one. Maybe we should do 2 separate ones because I think this is not a random one, but you were a magician, right? Yeah, and maybe you can show us some tricks in a second. I would want to know, where would you want to get stranded with just a deck of cards? Like, if there any place you want to get with a deck of cards, where would that be?
I mean, truthfully,
That's what we want.
yeah, probably New York in the 1930s. This would be the most exciting place on earth with a deck of cards. Yeah.
Spencer, your understanding of this question is very specific to being able to jump back in time periods.
Yeah. Or it would be Spain, present day Spain, Madrid.
Just anywhere in Madrid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, in a tapas bar in Madrid. Yeah.
Tapas bar. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to be stranded in a tapas bar in Madrid doing just like table magic for people forever?
No, just hanging out and stuff, and eating tapas.
Just hanging out and eating and playing, shuffling your cards, or you just have them, in your pocket.
I mean, does life sound better than that? Like, can you think of a better situation? I mean,
no, I can't.
But
I don't know why we're not there now, to be honest.
Is it probably true to say, Spencini, that you're always carrying a deck of cards with you?
No, that's not true, actually. But you don't need cards to do magic. You just need your digits and your brain.
Right.
And, yeah, you can do magic with anything.
That's right. Also, I have to say, I can hear you shuffle, but it's
no.
your eyesight.
What if I'm home? I have decks. I actually have to hide my decks of cards if I need to concentrate. So I have to put them and hide them away and take them out at 6 p.m. It's like, alcoholics, except with cards.
Do they ever reappear somewhere where you didn't expect it?
They do.
They turn up in little crevices. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah.
Since we can hear the card, Spencer, do you want to maybe do a trick? I actually can do a trick as well, but maybe you can.
You're going to do a trick.
Yeah, well, maybe you should set.
Do you mind if I just hold on? I just. Do you mind if I just want to do something?
Please, you got to eat dinner, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not dinner. I have to clean my glasses. Yeah, so,
Nice.
Very nice.
well, that's a little something. That's not my trick, let me say. That's the trick from the person over there. But I'll show you something that is mine. But
Okay. That's very impressive.
I'm
I
just
like
not
that.
sure if you're clear. If you're coming in clear, am I clear, or do you see a haze?
No, you're pretty
I think you're
clear.
pretty clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can. Yeah. I don't know if that's a little clearer.
Yeah,
So,
I think it worked a little bit.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, that's much better. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's really all I got.
That's pretty
All I
good.
got is sound effects tonight. Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh my
that way you
God.
can-
No.
oh, yeah, I don't know.
You should have given us a warning about that one. That one, I'm
Yeah,
sure,
I'm
just
sorry.
disturbed everyone, all the 7 people watching this.
I'll show you if this is a freebie that I'm going to give to everyone to do at the doctor's office. I do this almost every time I go to a new doctor, and this helps you build a rapport. You say, "I have pain in my ring finger," and then you do that, and it's just a little snap. If you can
wow.
snap, you can make friends. Is what I'm
You
saying.
can snap if you can make. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
With magic, you can do anything, like you said before, and if you snap, you can
Absolutely.
make friends.
Oh, Nacho's got it. Now you have to. Now you need the acting part, Nacho.
I don't think I can do it yet. Oh wait, actually, that's not bad.
You have to react to it though.
Yeah. But I can do
There
a
you
trick.
go.
I can do a
Please,
card
I'm
trick,
ready.
actually.
I'm ready.
Spencer, I think this I kind of
We're
learned this
doing
from you.
magic to everybody that's watching this on their streaming. We're doing magic.
Yeah. So I kind of I think I learned this trick from you, Spence. And I just been practicing. I haven't shown you this, but so like this is a real, like got a deck of cards here.
How do we know
Standard.
that, Trevor?
Well, standard, like kind of. I mean, Spence, you can
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean, it
trust
looks
me, right?
pretty real. It looks like you're missing 4 cards.
Yeah. That's probably accurate. That's probably true. That's not necessarily intentional and doesn't totally screw up the trick. But I probably am missing cards. It feels a little shallow. But anyway, I'm gonna just do a little quick shuffle, and you can hear the shuffling going on. Right,
That's when you know
everyone.
it's real. It's the sound.
Yep. And so I'm gonna just kind of like shuffle through these cards. You can just pick one, or like tell me when to stop, and I'll show it to you. Okay, so just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Spencer, if you can. Okay.
Stop.
So there.
I'm happy with that.
Okay. Nacho, you're happy with that?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna close my eyes and look away, so I can't see the card, and you're just gonna see what card it is, right?
Right.
And you can tell me when you see it.
You got it.
Got it.
Okay. And so I put it back in the pile. I'm gonna shuffle them here. No funny business here. In plain sight, you can see it. Shuffling. Blah 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 blah. Let's just disorganize them here. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that your card is actually right on top here.
I'm gonna be
Is this your card?
Oh,
Wow.
I'm actually amazed. I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Ah,
I'm amazed.
Yeah. That's pretty good, right?
pretty good.
That was
That's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Spencer,
Yeah, I
would you
learned that
care-
one from you, Spence. I don't know if you noticed your technique at work there.
I have theories, but I can't say them. It's like Penn and Teller. I can't,
Yeah.
I can
Wait,
say
can
say
you,
I'm half and
did
half.
I fool
I
you,
have-
or
I have-
do you know and you don't want to tell?
I have theories, but maybe we can speak in code like Penn and Teller. I'm half and half on.
I don't want to
whether
force
I'm
you to
right
say
or
anything,
not.
Spence. I don't want to.
Well, I'm
want
giving you code right now. I'm giving you code. I'm half and half.
Yeah.
Does that make any
He's
sense?
half and half.
Yeah, and I don't want to force you to say anything. So I guess that's
Okay. All right. I think we're clear.
Yeah, I think we're clear.
Nice.
Right.
Spence, would you care to do one last one? For the road?
Yeah, I don't have anything in mind actually. I didn't really plan it. I'll be honest, I didn't plan anything, but
Right.
I was thinking maybe I could just take out a deck of cards,
Right.
and you guys could tell me what you want to see. What would be a
Wait,
kind of
Spence.
a cool thing to see?
Yeah.
I mean, a trick.
Yeah,
trick,
just give me an idea for something, anything, and I'll just I'll just see
We
what I
pick a
can
card,
do.
and it eventually is that card. I don't know what you want.
You pick a card, and it eventually is that card.
Like
Right.
you show us that card again after some impossible series of shuffling.
Huh. Okay. Okay.
I don't know.
Is that good? Is that good? Nacho, do you have ideas?
I think that it's a pretty standard idea that Trevor had. It's pretty good.
That's a standard idea. Okay. So, God, what can I do here? How about we do that? And well, Nacho, can you just? I don't know. There's lots of cards here.
Right.
Do you see some of these cards?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a card that you saw that looked
Yeah,
good
I
to
saw
you.
one that I like. Yeah.
You saw one that you liked? Okay.
Yeah.
What was that card, Nacho?
The 6 of clubs.
The 6 of clubs. Okay, I'm gonna try to cut to the 6 of clubs. How would that be?
Impossible.
That would be impossible, right?
Right.
6 of clubs.
Right.
I'm not gonna look. Let's see if I can do this.
Wow.
That's my. They're all 6 of clubs. Actually, no, I wish. That's my.
Wow.
That's my trick.
That would be
Nacho.
that would be a bit tricky if you did it with all 6 of clubs. That'd be a bit like manipulative, I think, Spence. That would.
That's my trick.
A
for
real
you tonight,
magician
guys.
would never use a deck of cards that's entirely one type.
No,
of card.
no. That's absurd. That would be
Yeah.
that'd be like.
I
cheating or
agree. I mean,
something.
I would be.
Which magicians do not do. They never cheat. Yeah.
No, absolutely
Wow.
not.
Yeah.
That was intense.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Spencer,
love that.
thanks so much for joining us. It was really fun. I love your tricks.
Always a pleasure. Always a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Really, we
Thank
even
you.
learned
I don't
something.
know how to leave this. So you guys, is there a way to make me
We'll
leave?
make it leave. But yeah, thank you,
Right here.
Stuart, for saying we're trying that finger trick right now. I'll count how many fingers we lose as we go along. Okay, keep us updated.
You don't want to use the pinky because the pinky you can
Oh,
always lose.
wow.
Oh yeah, you
Look
can
at
always
that.
lose that. Yep.
Beautiful.
All right. Oh, leave studio. Bye, guys.
Yeah,
I'll
thanks,
see you
man.
at the Tapas bars next year.
Spencini, the great Spencini from Berlin.
Great Spencer.
Very exciting.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
So
I'm amazed
just-
my trick worked. I'm really happy.
it worked. I was very surprised, to be honest. I
Yeah.
thought you were
Well, it's just practice, really. Is all magic takes, I think.
presentation.
Yeah. Again, there's no manipulation involved. It's just
Okay, I'm going to remind the audience we have a call-in show. You can go into the messages and look at the link to call us, and we will take the call. And we have a topic in mind. Our topic for today is, if you have one object, where would you want to be stranded with it? It's a bit of a mouthful, but like, you can call and we can chat around this prompt.
Yeah.
And I believe we have our next caller in the line.
yeah. He's back
had some-
in here.
Yeah, he had some technical difficulties, but he's back. The great Berlin comedian, Daniel Stern.
Dan, are you with us? Oh, you're very quiet for some reason.
Is this good if I do that? Am I the right volume now?
A bit
No.
higher, if you can. Can you speak louder?
Can you hear me now?
Hey, Yeah,
Yeah, a
perfect.
little bit better. There we go.
I can just
Welcome,
keep
Dan.
myself louder.
Yeah, that's
pretty
much
good.
better.
Yeah, I've been great.
Welcome.
Technical difficulties. So many. I thought you guys were doing a
Yeah.
bit on me before. And you're like,
no,
hey, how's it going? And you both
genuinely.
started spinning. I'm like, okay, very funny, boys. You set up a
Nice.
fake call-in show.
Yep.
No, it's real. It's real. And we even have like a year-long poetry competition.
Yeah,
now.
no, I'm here for the poetry competition. Should I do
Oh,
mine
good.
now or should I do it
Oh,
later?
great. No.
Oh. You have a year.
Well, no. Let's actually let's get to that later. Let's maybe
Okay.
talk about the topic first.
Sure.
But I am excited to hear that. I think it would have been unfair to Dries to have his poem go unchallenged. So I think.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
I just heard that. I only called because I heard there was a poetry competition going on.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, so you didn't see the website with the deadline and all the eligibility requirements for the poetry competition?
No, but are we doing international rules or Chicago style?
Aussie rules, I think, is what we're doing.
Yeah, Aussie.
Aussie rules poetry
Down,
style.
down under. Down under.
Aussie rules
poetry.
poetry slam.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, maybe we can talk. You have any idea, anything for the topic first, Dan?
I mean, I'd like I would like to have the Millennium Falcon.
Okay.
Right.
So,
So your object is the Millennium Falcon, or you want to be stranded in the Millennium Falcon?
Oh. Okay. I was thinking it was my object, but now that you mentioned it, I mean, if that could be my location, then I'm like already ahead. And it's
Wait.
just like,
yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
You want to be stranded in the Millennium Falcon with a Millennium Falcon?
I don't think I need to go double Millennium Falcon,
Okay.
No, that would
but
be crazy.
like, although I mean, like one of those like 60,000 piece like Millennium Falcon Lego sets wouldn't be like terrible to have. But no, I'll go stranded in the Millennium Falcon, and then like,
So you want to
boy.
pimp out your Millennium Falcon with a Lego Millennium Falcon?
I mean, if it's since Nacho asked,
Yeah.
but maybe like, I mean, I like Scotch.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Is this an object suggestion, or is this
Yeah.
when you want to go to Scotland to be
No.
stranded with the Millennium Falcon?
Oh, that's true. Okay, I want to. You think that it could just be? I'll be in the Millennium Falcon in a distillery.
No.
Just park the Millennium Falcon at a distillery and just get like then yeah, that's it. That's a pretty good life.
I think you have to crash the Millennium Falcon into a distillery, and
Right.
and
That would work.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Why do I have to? How is that part of the rules?
Because
Well, just like-
where's this Millennium Falcon? How is it going to get in the distillery?
Well,
Yeah.
can you define stranded?
You're stuck. I mean, it's
stuck
like
alone in a place.
there's no one around.
But like,
Right.
I mean, is my space limited? Like, am I only? Is it? I mean, if you're on a desert island, ostensibly you could build a boat and start, rowing or swimming. So how do I know that I'm stranded? Like, what is it to be stranded?
Wow. I knew we'd get to this question at some
Well,
point tonight.
I guess when you want to leave, but you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, you're unable to leave this.
You're unable to.
circumstance.
I mean, you can try, and maybe you get it, but mostly you can't.
I mean, because
It's a
like if
bit
I
of a
was
paradox,
stranded,
I think.
if I was stranded in a spaceship, then I would kind of be able to move throughout the galaxy in it, right?
Yeah, I guess if you're stranded in a spaceship, you're more of an explorer than anything.
But you could perfectly get stranded in a spaceship because like the universe is very vast and boring. Like let's say like you're in the part of the universe that you don't see anything for light years. I don't know. What?
I'm going to change my answer to the island.
To
The
the
island.
island.
The
island.
island. Yeah.
From the
As in
movie.
the Michael Bay film, The Island.
No. The island from Lost.
Oh,
The
island
Lost
from
Island.
Lost.
I mean,
Okay.
you're there. You can't escape.
That's pretty good.
There's a
And
lot
you want-
going on.
Okay, and you want to be stranded with the Millennium Falcon there.
So
Yeah.
basically, you want it. So this
It's a
is
J.J. Abrams
describing.
crossover.
So Dan, what you're describing is this: is that you instead of you like took the first episode of Lost. If you CGI'd in the Millennium Falcon and CGI'd out every other actor except for you, that's what you want.
Oh, yeah. No, yes.
And it's just flashbacks from your life.
Yeah, flash sideways from my life.
Sorry, flash sideways, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sideways, back, forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's a hit. I
This is
don't.
a good answer. This is a really good answer, I think.
Right.
Can we
Okay,
make this
yeah.
happen?
Well, that's not in our budget, Dan.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
But
in the
it's a
theater,
good-
of, in the theater of the mind.
I think we can probably find someone you can talk to who could make something like this happen for you.
right. So we can edit it.
Yeah.
Dan, but we're gonna give you an object now. We're gonna do this
Okay.
more. Trevor, are you okay?
Yeah, I lost my mouse, but that's okay.
We're gonna do this in the more traditional way. We're gonna give you an object, and you tell us
Okay.
where would you want to be stranded with it.
I just want to stop one
Is this
second.
about
Dan,
game?
I know who you can talk to about this Lost thing if you actually want to see the CGI version.
Yeah.
You can talk to Dog Food over on YouTube,
Okay.
who unrelated wrote probably on PS4, but Dog Food is a very, very a brilliant editor.
Nice. All right.
I
Did you
want
give me
to-
an object?
Yeah. I want to give you an object. Your object is what's it called? This thing that you put on your feet, put on your feet like before you go to sleep. You know, like house shoe, but like kind of like fluffy.
Slippers?
Slippers. Yeah, you have slippers. Where would you
Mm.
want to be stranded with them?
Wow. Can I mean I know it's not like good etiquette to be like I to do this, but I don't like slippers. So maybe I'd like to be stranded somewhere where you could throw slippers out. I mean
Like,
Well, I
Just
guess-
like the old slipper trash factory. You know?
yeah, like a reverse slipper store. Like somewhere where I could exchange the slipper. I mean, look, I get into I've been more into slippers lately. I got a nice pair for Hanukkah. I live with a person who's not German but has fully embraced the like need for open windows all the time.
Mhm.
So I mean my feet get cold around the house sometimes, and hold on, I just gotta man, I gotta crack my neck. It's my neck is like did that sound weird? I realize that doesn't work as good without a visual.
It was weird, Dan. Your neck made a weird music riff.
That was a lot of noise for a neck, Dan.
No, but I know you're not like I know you guys aren't doctors, but should my elbow make this noise?
Oh my god!
I
Next
don't think
time,
it should, to answer your question.
Dan,
If I had my
next time-
slippers, you know what? I'll tell you somewhere I like slippers by the pool. And I know most people like to wear like a flip flop or something that has
It's
traction.
my favorite Joni Mitchell album, by the way.
slippers by the pool.
No, like those sort of like the ones you get maybe free at the hotel. And then when the water soaks in a little bit, and then so like it's like a hot day and you're by the pool and you're as you walk along and you kind of it's like you're swimming even when you're out of the water. You're maybe a little drunk and like that's where I want to be stranded with slippers by the pool in a desert heat in a dry heat.
Nice.
Palm
I like it.
Springs.
It was really nice. Yeah.
Thanks.
It's a good visual, Dan. Okay,
Yeah.
we have some comments for you. Somebody, Stuart says that sound means that Dan's neck won today's star prize.
Wow.
Amazing! I didn't
Yeah.
know we had a prize. We keep like having competitions, prizes.
Yeah.
I-
What other show out there offers prizes and competitions?
Right, exactly.
I don't know. And then also, Dries said that this is the perfect caption of a New Yorker desert island cartoon. Can you define strand? That's really good, Dries.
That's really funny.
That's very good. If anyone out there is a talented illustrator and wants to make a New Yorker cartoon out of that, that would be pretty cool, I think.
Oh, I would take untalented even.
Even untalented. I mean, I don't know how much. Oh, okay. With all respect to the people who do the New Yorker cartoons, I am not sure how complicated those cartoons are.
They're
so,
pretty good.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, Dan, thank you.
Oh,
wait,
I didn't.
what do you have a
yet.
poem?
You have a poem. You have a poem.
Yeah. The five of us, our arms held high, our composure, that of one who wears a crown, but the crown shall never touch our heads. Our digestion is revealed, the eggs of our being, a vision of what lies beneath. No injection of knowledge shall disturb us, though the cubes of our consciousness shall align, we will not recognize their design.
Wow.
Wow.
Beautiful, Dan. Thank you.
That's truly
Yeah.
my pleasure.
I think that's a really good contribution to the competition, and I'm not exactly sure which one I'll go with yet. I think this is going to be one of those situations where it depends which poem sits with me longer, and
Yeah. I think we
and I
have
feel it.
some like a little bit of a competition here because Dries says it has too many words.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dries's poem had more words, but but it's the beginning of a tough competition in poetry, right?
Yeah.
I might have had the wrong words.
The wrong ones.
Well, Dan, we're going to have to say goodbye to you now, but thank you very much for this.
Oh,
call.
thank you. This is
just
a great.
delightful.
This has been very fun. I like your show theme, which is human connection.
Thank you.
That's right.
Really nice.
Okay, thank you, Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern, everyone. That was a fun call. We have two entries in the poem.
I would genuinely like nothing more than to see a recut version of Lost where it is the Millennium Falcon and the only person is Dan, or it's not just one Dan; it's every person from Lost is Dan's face instead. Would be great.
Nice.
Yeah.
So to remind the audience, we're here in a call-in show. You can just call us. I'm gonna write here the link so that you can join us. Please, to the 9 people currently watching.
Well, we're also getting near the end of our show too. So the people who haven't called, you save it for next week. We're going to be here every week talking about different things. Maybe this topic didn't exactly inspire you in the same way it inspired some of us and our other callers.
But also, like, we're gonna take probably a last caller before the end of the show. So please call us, and we'll get you into a lobby and have a final chat with you. So with that said, I think it's time to prepare for the last call of the show. And with the last call, we have last cocktail. Our friend, our neighbor, my flatmate, more specifically. Bar Cam. Ooh.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey Bar Cam.
Hey Bar Cam.
You hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So
wait, it looks like you're prepared for some inclemencies. You're stranded somewhere, or?
Yeah, so I'm stranded in the only place you would ever want to be stranded, and all other answers are wrong. And that place is the Svalbard archipelago in Norway, home to the famous Svalbard seed vaults. So from there you can restart humanity with the collective results of our agriculture. And of course, they have great cocktails in Svalbard. So in a true Svalbardian tradition, I'm going to make a Svalbard tropical cocktail called a Norwegian paralysis.
Wow.
A tropical cocktail called the Norwegian paralysis.
I'm going to have to take my gloves off for this one.
Please do.
I got some questions last time where people wanted to see things a little bit better. So let's get comfy down here. All right. So first things first, we're gonna have to stave off scurvy. So we have an ounce and a half of this freshly squeezed orange juice. Again, if you can, use Norwegian oranges.
which they should be able to find at where was this at the where they keep at IKEA, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And I couldn't. My IKEA was fresh out of Norwegian pineapples, so I'm using canned pineapple juice.
Yeah.
So also an ounce and a half.
Probably close enough.
Very tropical. Norwegian.
Half an ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Again, gotta stave off that scurvy while we nibble on our seeds. We're a quarter ounce of Demerara syrup. This is a rich Demerara syrup.
I wish we could put the text of each thing on there so people could actually follow along at home and make their own drinks, but not that sophisticated.
And then a quarter ounce of Orgeat, which is a I use BG Reynolds. This is
Nice.
a nut. This is an almond simple syrup.
Mm.
And finally, an ounce and a half of aquavit.
Ooh,
This is a
intense.
Norwegian caraway liqueur. It's going to go excellent with our nuts and seeds stored away in the vault.
This drink already, Cam, intrigues me way more than the one from last week. I'm sure that was good too, but the protein powder aspect was, I think, not for me.
This one,
It has more finesse, let's say.
a little more finesse, a little bit more recognizable in the form of a
Combinations
cocktail.
of-
We're gonna
Yeah.
give this a quick shake.
So to remind the audience, Bar Cam is doing a cocktail for all of us stranded in different places. And in his case, somewhere in Norway, where the collective knowledge of humanity is stored.
Which I think was probably the best answer we received so far.
Yep.
I think that it goes to show that you are maybe hoping to help preserve life going into the future. I think most people tended to think of places where they would be alone and would never be able to help anyone ever again.
Or even get stuck in a TV show or a
A
joke.
nightmare. Yeah.
So
Wow, look at that.
you could maybe use a
That looks
Collins
beautiful.
glass. I use this little footed kind of Pilsner glass thing. I got my metal straw, and for a final garnish, I'm going to use this Swedish Maracniv survival knife.
It's really that's beautiful. Yeah.
Wow.
And if I'm not mistaken, you've made this drink before, and you said that the knife is best inserted into the drink just after you've killed like a seal or something, right?
Yeah, if you can still have the blood of the seal on the knife,
Yeah.
Poor seal.
it adds this great minerality, right?
Yes.
To the drink. Also remember blade down. You'll
Right,
otherwise you're gonna really have to watch those eyes. So let me-
Safety.
Right, very useful. Cam, before you leave us, we have a question from your audience. Minnie says, "How are Norwegian oranges different from oranges from other countries?"
Better healthcare for the most part.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Minnie, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Minnie, watching from YouTube. Minnie, if you want to join us and chat, we're still taking calls. So look
Yeah,
at
someone
the chat.
mentioned that the link in YouTube doesn't work, but it works in Facebook, I think. So if you, for some reason, the link that you copy from, it's the same link, should work in both places, but
Yeah, if you copy it and paste it, it will probably work.
yeah. But if any last person wants to call in, Cam, that drink looks very, very good. I wish I could actually try some of it.
Yeah, we
Uh,
get-
And
does it
Nacho, I
taste?
guess you will.
I'm gonna try it. Yes.
So let's see how it is.
Let's see. Delivery. Here we go.
Wow.
Wow, it's so good. Oh, it's delicious.
Okay.
I
And
love
the
pineapple.
knife, does the knife add something to it?
The knife is great. Yeah. Some garnish, some nice texture. This is fucking good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, really good.
So maybe you'd want to get
Very good.
if you had to get stranded with that drink specifically. Maybe it's not in Norway. Where would you want to?
I guess like in a beach in Hawaii.
Nice.
I think that
sounds
would be
nice.
very appropriate. And you
Yeah.
always have a knife just in case.
That's
Same
true.
here.
The knife comes with the. That was a bit of a cheat code, I think, in some ways. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that you could just like add some detail to it that would allow you to have other things as well.
Yeah, you both get a drink and a knife. You know.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's a
Which
good.
would be very useful in Hawaii, I think, the knife, because you can take bananas from trees, you can take all kinds of fruits and stuff.
Right. Open up a coconut.
Yeah. So that, overall, that might be the best object to have. You have one really good drink and then a knife. That's basically what it is. You don't have that drink forever. You drink it one time and then you have a knife.
I'm glad we arrived there at this point in the show. To know like what is the optimal solution to the question.
Not only that, you'd also have a glass, so you can pour that coconut juice into a glass.
There's a lot you
It's
can
a little
do
bit more
with that.
sophisticated, I think.
Yeah.
Imagine
Okay,
a Castaway if he had a glass. It'd be.
You have a comment from Dries.
I don't think it deserves to be read out loud. I think.
No, I think it explains itself. Thank you, Dries. Thanks, Dries. Do you want to join us and tell us how you felt about Dan's poem? Should we have a poem?
Dan is still in here. Maybe we can have one.
We can have a little poem off.
Poet slam to end the show. Dries, if you want to call back in with the link. If Dan is still there, Dan, are you still here? Dan, are you still here?
He's muted.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Here is Dan.
We've invited Dries back into the call, and you guys are going to have one little poetry slam competition. Maybe do we want to have them read? Do you have another poem?
First let's just start. Hi Dries, hi Dan. Let's start discussing like what you felt about each other's poems. Who's got this competition in the bag? Let's still remind the audience this is a poetry competition. We're still a year away from the decision, right? So anybody can submit.
Dries?
I have to say, I was a bit crass. I said too many words. That was my first reaction. It's still settling in me, but yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, it was a great poem in the end. It was not love bug humbug. That's all I can say right now, and I don't want to compare apples and oranges after the cocktail either. So,
Dan, was your poem titled, Dan?
No, it didn't have a title. I don't believe in titling poetry because I think that takes away from the audience's availability. Man, it's just like interpret it how you want, not how I want you to.
Right. Yeah, gloves are off. This is gonna be one hell of a year, Dan. No title for a poem. What's no title for a painting? Like I'm sorry, I don't even know where to start here.
Yeah, I mean, we all have our different. I loved your poem. I mean, your poem inspired me to write the first poem I ever wrote, which is what you actually heard. So, I mean, maybe, So yeah, I have nothing but love for you as an artist.
Thank you very much. I just want to say that trash talking is something. This is your first poem, so trash talking is very common in the poetry world. So that's why. That's why I brought it up.
All right, well, I'm glad we settled that. That was a beautiful kind of moment that it came together. I think.
I want to. Hey, can I share? I want to show you guys a picture I made for you. Is there any way for me to do that?
Should we? If you just turn your camera on, I guess we'll make the exception for you.
No, I don't want to do that. Never mind. I'll just text it to you later.
Okay.
So are we going to do another poem now?
No, I think that's the end of the show. You guys made up and you became friends, and I think that's beautiful.
That's true.
I mean, isn't friendship the greatest poem?
It is. In a way, yeah. And we know that we have like a year left of good poetry. from
Yeah.
now
So
till
if you have a poem you want to compete against these two poet laureates that are in the stream with us right now, you can donate to comedycafeberlin.com, and you'll be automatically submitted to the competition.
absolutely.
This is all real, so make sure you donate to comedycafeberlin.com/donate.
Yeah.
Or if you get any merch, you're automatically submitted to the poetry competition. So I think that's
And we're taking
really
poems till January, the last Sunday of January 2022, and
yeah.
and we're also taking donations until that time. So
Other
please.
exciting news, if you want to mark your calendar for January 22, I'll also, by that time in our live stream, that's when I'll be doing my inoculation against coronavirus. So that'll be really exciting.
And the audience agrees. Everybody's looking forward to more poems next week. I don't know if we're going to have a poetry session next week.
Not sure. We don't want to burn out everyone's poems over the course of a year, Stuart, but
Right. This is a year-long thing. So, but thanks everyone. Yeah. Thanks Dan. Thanks Dries.
Thank you, Dries. Thank you, Dan.
And thanks everybody for watching our show. 10 of you that are still hanging in there. Thanks Barcam for the amazing cocktail, and Spencini for his magic that he delighted us with today. And Trevor, any last thoughts?
No, I really love doing this show after only our second week. It's really, really fun, and I feel like it's also the only time we get to catch up on a very, very consistent hour-long video basis. So
it's great.
We could probably talk to each other outside of this too, but it's also basically what we were doing with our live show when we were doing that, where we would not really catch up on life until we did the show.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. We're doing this every weekend. It's a call-in show. Please share and like so that we get more callers in and talk about things. If you want to submit topics as well or anything, just send us a message to our Facebook page, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye, stream.